Warriors dynasty might be over. So the Golden State Warriors, as the 10th seed, lost to the Sacramento Kings as the ninth seed when many people predicted the Warriors to win in a playing game, ending their season. They're not even going to make the playoffs, which is weird because just 2 years ago they made it to the finals and won, and then last year they made it to the semifinals and lost to the Lakers. So there are some big issues from the Warriors and some offseason things that the Warriors need to pay attention to this season, for next season. So let's get into the game first, and then we're going to be talking about Lakers Pelicans too. But this Warriors Kings one is first. So the Golden State Warriors lost in a blowout, 118-94, versus the Sacramento Kings, who played very well. Keegan Murray dropping 32 points, and De'Aaron Fox dropping 24. Now on the Warriors side, the offense wasn't really doing well. Steph Curry scoring only 22, which is not his best. He averages 26 points per game. And their 3-point percentage was horrible, 31%, while the Sacramento Kings were guns blazing on three-pointers with 46%, 18 of 39, compared to the 10 of 32 by the Golden State Warriors. Ultimately, that's probably the biggest stat to take away, is that the Kings just made more threes than the Warriors, 8 more than the Warriors, and it's hard to overcome that for the Warriors as their offense was not good. Klay Thompson scoring 0 points, did not even make a shot for the first time since rookie year, which was bad already for the Warriors because Steph already has a so-so game, 22 points only on 8 of 16 is pretty decent, alright shooting, but he definitely needed more help from his teammates. Only having 2 assists is not that good. Now Draymond had an alright game. Kuminga also had an alright game on Sabonis, hitting some shots over Sabonis, and Moody as well. But after the Warriors came back at halftime, basically the second half, especially the fourth quarter, they didn't come back and the Kings extended their lead. Sabonis with 16, 12, and 7, and Keon Ellis with good defense on Steph Curry. He was a big X factor coming into this game. Will he able to guard Curry? And he did. And just the Warriors, their offense was bad. And then their three-point shooting defense was bad as well. So talking about the offseason, Klay Thompson is a free agent this season, and there's some teams expected to be interested in him, especially the Orlando Magic and the Dallas Mavericks. Now, the Warriors are interested in keeping Klay, but Klay might leave in free agency, especially if he gets a bigger payday and he is expected to explore other options besides the Golden State Warriors. Now, if Klay leaves, that's the end of the dynasty, basically, because you lost one of the members and you didn't make the playoffs. The other bad thing is that the Warriors do not own their first-round pick either. The Blazers own the first-round pick, top 4 protected, so if the Warriors get a really high pick, they get the draft pick, but if they, most likely, they won't. So the Blazers have their pick, which is not good for the Warriors as well, because even though this draft class is weak, they could have added another player to progress. But the Warriors definitely need to make some changes. Wiggins has not been good this season. Looney also. CP3 is a free agent, but he's not retiring, so don't know if he's going to stay or not. So the Warriors got to make some change in order to compete, because this is not enough anymore. Meanwhile, on the Kings side, they are going to go against the Pelicans in the play-in matchup where Zion Williamson, which we will talk about later, is injured. So to make my prediction, I'm going with the Sacramento Kings winning the New Orleans Pelicans. They showed to be pretty good versus the Warriors. And the Pelicans, without Zion last game, they weren't that good. So I have the Kings winning. But let's talk about the Lakers versus Pelicans. Lakers winning the Pelicans in a nail biter after they were leading by about like 18, I believe. 110 to 106. They beat the Pelicans, but the Pelicans have another shot on Friday against the Kings to secure the 8th seed and go against the Thunder, which will be an interesting matchup because both teams are still pretty young. So, and the Thunder, of course, are young, so that'll be a nice young matchup. But for the Lakers side, Anthony Davis struggled kind of offensively, only shooting 6 of 16, but he had a great defense and had 15 rebounds. While LeBron James almost a triple-double, 23, 9, and 9. And then D'Angelo Russell definitely was a big spark on their offense, made a ton of threes, as well as Gabe Vincent, who probably had his best game back since his injury. Probably the best game of his Laker career, too. And then Austin Reeves, solid 16 points as well to help the Lakers win. Now, the Lakers were leading a lot. I thought the game was probably over, but then Pelicans stormed back with Zion, Trey Murphy, and Jose Alvarado. Larry Nance also was great. Well, played more minutes than Valanciunas because he provided more defense and some shooting for the Pelicans, and that kind of led them back into a game that was hyped. But then, sadly, 3 minutes left in the game, Zion Williamson got injured after scoring a crazy 40 points with 11 rebounds. His best game of his career, probably, because comparatively to like the Wait, which is his first postseason game, this is probably his best game. So that was a blow to the Pelicans because Brandon Ingram is still recovering from injury, only scoring 11 and only playing 25 minutes. So they really needed Zion, and he got injured, and he's out for 2 weeks, which means he's probably done for the rest of the season unless the Pelicans make it to the playoffs and win a series, maybe. This is not good for the Pelicans because they lost the game. CJ McCollum was terrible. Like, after Zion left, Brandon Ingram didn't sub in, which is kind of surprising, but CJ was not good. 4 of 15 from the field, missed a ton of three-pointers. And then they didn't just have that much to stop the Lakers after Zion left. They didn't have the offense. Herb Jones was pretty decent, 10 points. Trey Murphy as well. But Jose Alvarado was also pretty good. Larry Nance, as I said before. But that was not enough to overcome the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Lakers are going to verse the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the 2024 playoffs. Interesting rematch of the Western Conference Finals. But that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.